Monday and I am having a fantastic start to a week. Like, this is just the best Monday ever. You can't tell that's sarcasm. So what's happened? Well, essentially, I had a dental appointment this morning and my wisdom teeth have been coming through, essentially, the second set of my wisdom teeth, and there's nowhere for them to be, so I wanted to get that sorted with because it hurts constantly. Salt water helps a bit, but it still fucking hurts. And then I haven't had a checkup for 2 years, and from what I can tell, my gum line has receded by at least half a centimetre, and I'm just scared and freaked out, and I wanted to get my dental health sorted. But for some reason, this dental practice thought, oh, you know what? We're not going to have a storefront and we're not going to display our storefront very clearly. We're going to have a residential house and then have a small sign that will be obscured by bushes for most of the different angles that you can see it at. So I got there about 10 minutes early and then had to walk around up and down a fucking high street for half an hour, calling them 3 different times because I was fucking lost and I couldn't find the place. And okay, maybe I should have thought, okay, maybe it's a residential place, and I did, but I still couldn't find it for half an hour. Then I found it, and it was half an hour past my appointment time, so I couldn't have the fucking appointment. And then the next time they can actually fit me in is next fucking Monday, which is a week, and I got to deal with my fucking shitty dental health an extra week. And then to cap all of that off, as I was coming out of the dentist with this like annoyance already fresh in my heart, I got a text from my mother in response to me asking her what does she want for Christmas, saying a dress-free life, which I assume can only mean that A, she never wants to wear a dress again, which, why would she have to tell me that? She could just never wear a dress. Or B, it's her belittling me again for being transgender. And I mean, this is why I always say blood may be thicker than water, but water is a much better drink. So I've calmed down now, and as soon as my mum sent me that text message, I sent a question mark to her, and she responded to that saying that she meant stress, not dress. So I don't know if she's fully gotten over the fact that I'm trans, but she's at least past that point, and I guess that I can learn from this sort of being like, it's very easy to accidentally jump to conclusions that could be detrimental to myself or the people that I'm interacting with when I'm in a highly emotional, irritated state, which is why I tend to try and not get that emotional about anything, because it allows me to be as level-headed and objective as possible, and things like that don't tend to happen. Because when I get emotional, that's what happens. So I just had a closer look at my appointment slip from the dentist because I didn't look at it properly because I was so annoyed earlier. And it says this: Miss Popberry. I literally stood in front of the woman at the dentist and spelt my name out letter by fucking letter. How can they get it so wrong? I don't get what the...
And all that stuff. That's what you use a toner for. You run it from the film plane or the centre plane to her eyes. 3 metres. You know exactly what it is. These things. This one. That's good. Right, just look at him once. Take a position. Right, swivel once. Swivel. You use a swivel with him too.
You've got to ask for a colour.
Okay, so we have to get them.
Well, no, you've got CTOs and CTPs.
Okay.
But red is a colour, not just warmer or colder.
Okay, sorry, let's go warm.
There you go.
So, as I mentioned last week, I want to sort out my nutrition because I pretty much just eat pasta with some sort of jarred sauce or something out of a tin with bread or toast. And it's not a good diet because I have been trying to eat 1 apple a day for the past week, but that's really all the nutrition I get. I don't get any nutrition from all of the sugary, salty, fatty shit that I'm just stuffing into my face because I know I have to eat to not die. So while Googling about nutritionists and things, I found this place called Bidvine. And essentially on Bidvine, you can put up a request where you plug in some of your details and some of the goals that you're going for and like what type of person you're looking to employ. And then people will read your request and bid on it, sort of saying, this is my rate, this is what I'll happily do for you. And then you select one of those people and set up a meeting, and then hopefully you have a nutritionist or a personal trainer or a painter or decorator or whatever it is you want to do. And by the way, I'm not sponsored by Bidvine. I just think it's actually a pretty good application because within an hour, I had 10 different nutritionists all sort of saying that they would happily work with me, most of which had reasonable prices, one of which said they wanted £300 an hour, which is just fuck off. Because the others were sort of saying like 50 to 80, which, I mean, I'm happy to pay that per hour to actually make the machine that inhabits my mind work properly and not keel over. So I've set up a appointment with one of these nutritionists for next Monday, and hopefully that'll go well. Hopefully I'll sort all this out and I won't be malnourished and sort of unable to do more than 13 push-ups. Oh no, wait, I did 9, didn't I, and then keeled over. Yeah, exactly. So I need to figure out nutrition. So today I've pretty much just done admin and also procrastinate from admin and work because I needed to change my address and I've just had this whole pile of admin work that I haven't done for like 3 months. So I needed to catch all that up, and I needed to budget for next month because otherwise Christmas is just going to literally kill me because I won't be able to afford food. So yeah, I guess you could call admin self-care, or me getting off my ass and doing stuff that isn't important but needs doing rather than actually doing the important work. So it's just procrastinating with stuff that needs doing, I guess, which is funny. Also, I have no idea what this mark on my face is. Like, I think I might have slept funny, or I've been leaning on it all day maybe, and there's just this weird mark on my face, and this whole area is all red and everything, and I don't like it. That's why I don't wear makeup too much, because the skin hates it. So, I was just on Twitter, and apparently there's a new trailer for Infinity War. I found it. Okay, this is... It seems way too early for it to be out, because it's not coming out till, like, next summer, but... Sure.
There was an idea to bring together a group of remarkable people.
Oh, okay, so Hulk crash lands.
We could become something more.
Why are you all fleshy? It's weird.
They needed us. We could fight the battles that they never could.
Okay, there's a lot of titles, come on.
In time, you will know what it's like to lose.
Oh, Tony and Benedict being gonna be amazing. He does have spider sense. Okay, that's cool. Finally, I should listen to it.
Dread it. Run from it. Destiny still arrives.
He'd steal it. I knew he stole it. Oh, you look weird. You're less purple than before.
Evacuate the city. Engage all defenses. And get this man a shield.
Oh, I forgot lots of shield. Yeah, I like the idea of that Hulk might be in the Hulkbuster armor. I don't know if that's going to be a thing, but that'd be really cool. This is Xenomorph, apparently.
Considers the balance of the universe.
I guess we all knew that was going to happen, so it makes sense to show us that.
Does put a smile on my face.
Oh my shit. This is like proper Narnia.
Who the hell are you guys?
Oh, okay. May? That's way sooner than I thought it was going to come out. Okay, I'm super excited. Like, I mean, there's so many heroes missing from that. Like, we didn't see Ant-Man, or Nick Fury, or the Wasp. But, I mean, is Ant-Man and the Wasp coming out before this or after? I can't... Oh, this is going to be so cool. I want to see Thanos, like, throw Ant-Man around. Like, Ant-Man's this massive guy. He's just like, no, fuck you. Oh... Teenage Groot in his movie is going to be amazing. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm just going to geek out. I'm just geeking out. I mean, they've been doing this series, like this franchise, for 10 years. And how I always tell people is, you don't watch the Marvel movies as movies, you watch them as episodes of a long TV series. And Infinity War is going to be the finale of that TV series. Like, we had Act 1, which was Phase 1, and Act 2, which is... and blah, 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 blah. Like, setting up all the characters, and getting into a bit more depth and stuff, and then gearing up for the finale, and now we finally have the fucking finale. And I'm just, I'm so excited. I'm gonna actually, okay, May, what we're doing in May is I'm marathoning every single Marvel episode. Because, yeah, that's gonna be amazing. Can't wait. So as you saw in last week's rabbit hole, I booked a tattoo appointment, and today I got the tattoo, and I was literally in there for 15 minutes. Like, I got there at like 12:35 and I was out before 1, which is insane because, you know, normally tattoos take hours. Unfortunately, there's no footage of it getting done or me in the tattoo shop or anything like that, because I really like this shop. Like, the guys are really professional and really good and just want to do good work, and they're fantastic artists. So I didn't really want to soil a first impression by pushing a camera in their face and like saying, oh, can I film this please? So there's no footage, unfortunately. I'm sorry about that. But this shop is just fantastic, and I think I'm definitely going to get some more work done by them. But I also really like giving blood. This is my dilemma with tattoos, because if you have a tattoo, you can't give blood for 6 months, and it's sort of trying to balance the scales of timing when I get a tattoo for when I give blood, because I'm allowed to give blood 4 times in a year, and then I have to have a 6-month break. So my goal is always to give it those 4 times. Then that is my window for tattooing. So that there's that 6 months that I'm forced to take a break anyway, so might as well get a tattoo. So for the aftercare, the tattoo artist said I need to find this thing called Phantom. I assume it's some sort of moisturiser for my skin to make sure that it doesn't dry out and destroy itself. He said it should be with the baby stuff, but it's not here. Right, guess to Boots then, because Tesco doesn't have it. So there's baby moisturiser or birth stretch mark cream. So which one did he mean? So I want a stretch mark cream because my thinking was that the baby moisturiser was literally just that. It was moisturiser for skin. Whereas this is moisturiser, or at least that's what the packaging says, and also I assume it's developed to prevent scarring. Because the, you know, that's what stretch marks are. There's someone behind me. Right. Let's go. Where was I? Jump cut. Can you please? Cities, I hate them so much sometimes. That person on scooter really set me off, and now I'm just sort of falling slowly down the rabbit hole of autism or OCD or whatever other fucking ailment it is my brain is harbouring within itself. But my point was that the birthmark cream, I assume, is developed to prevent scarring, which is helpful for tattooing, I assume. rather than just moisturising it. So, yeah, unless I'm just like being lied to by advertising agencies, which I mean, devils do work there, so I wouldn't be surprised. Let's just hope I didn't spend. It'll be fine. There's no point worrying about it. I've brought it now and I'm going to use it. So, yeah, okay. I'm falling deeper and deeper into this rabbit hole, and I need to just find a way to claw back out. So I just redressed my tattoo for the first time, and if I'm honest, this is the thing I was most scared about with getting this tattoo, because it's on my right hand wrist. And if you haven't been here very long, I have cerebral palsy down my left hand side. Mostly it affects my hand and my mouth a little bit, but it's not very major. It's a very minor form of cerebral palsy. But essentially it just makes things harder with my left hand, and I was really worried that I wouldn't be able to take care of my tattoo properly, as I wouldn't be able to use my right hand. So, when redressing it, which was the biggest stress, I'm taking it as a bit of a minor victory because I've done it really well from like the first time. And how I managed to do that was by not using my left hand, by using my right hand as much as I possibly could. So when washing it, I mean, I can hold a sponge with this hand and sort of like dab it, so that's not too much trouble. And then obviously like drying it, I just sort of like had to clumsily hold for tissue paper and dab it. That wasn't too much trouble either. But then with the cream, I just used my right hand to squeeze it onto my left, and I was able to do circular patterns using my elbow rather than any fingers or wrist movement. Then with the clean film, I cut the strip using my right hand because I'm able to do that. And then I got this sort of double-sided breast tape, which I have lots of. Don't ask why I have lots of that. And I stuck that to the clean film and then stuck the lower half to my wrist so that there was still some stickiness raised. And then I was able to just sort of grab the other side, pull it taut, and then rotate my right arm so that I wasn't really wrapping with my left. I was just sort of wrapping my right around my left, I guess. And thankfully, because there's some stickiness still sticking up, it stuck to the clean film, and that wasn't much of an issue. And then it's done. My only issue is I think I might have wrapped it a bit too tight. It's not cutting off circulation or anything like that, that's all fine. It's just I'm worried I might suffocate my tattoo. Maybe next time I do it a bit looser, but I don't know. We'll see how everything works. I know this is sort of pathetic to be celebrating and talking about this, because this is probably a bit of a dull thing, but if you know somebody with cerebral palsy or have it yourself, you know how hard tiny little things like this can actually be. And this is quite a victory for me. Like, I managed to do it the first time. I didn't have to fuck it up 7 times before actually managing to do it properly. And knowing me, if I'd fucked it up, I would have then thought, oh shit, I fucked it up with like materials. I now need to clean it again and just have to do the whole process over and over and over again until it's actually done right. So this is actually kind of a bit of a victory for me. And please don't belittle me in the comments for celebrating something that I'm sure most people find super trivial. I wish I had an anti-grav bike. So I just want to talk about including other people in these vlogs, because so in this video there was a fair amount of different faces that you probably saw, like in the film school clips and like the clips like this is playing over this right now. However, you might notice I blacked out their faces in all the clips because I didn't get anyone's permission to film them. So, and that's weird. And obviously I've just, for the whole week pretty much, or at least mostly today really, because it just sort of hit me today, I've been falling down this like massive rabbit hole that's being dragged by the ankles by like this sort of guilt monster, because the guilt just got to me and I couldn't stop just belittling myself in my own mind, and I couldn't stop those thoughts happening. But it's wrong to film people. I haven't gained their permission to use their likeness. They haven't given permission to be in these videos. That's why the faces are blacked out, so that, you know, technically not using their likenesses. But also, I shouldn't have filmed them in the first place. And it's got me thinking about how other YouTubers, if you can call me that, include people in their weekly vlogs. And the thing is, most people I hang out with or are with on a daily basis, so either in social situations or workplace environments or whatever else, they're not YouTube people. They're film people, most of them, but they're not YouTube people. And some of the people I know aren't even film people, they're just people who I'm mates with or whatever else. And it seems weird to sort of say, hey, can I pull out a camera so I can put our conversation on hold and talk to someone who isn't here, which is, you know, a bit weird. Vlog in front of someone who isn't a YouTube person, it feels like I'm sort of saying, oh, I'm not having fun here. I'm not interested in watching a film with you right now, so I'm going to just sort of like vlog for a bit, which is really rude. And maybe I'm just like getting in my own head too much or something, I don't know. Maybe if I just sort of ask them, hey, do you mind if I vlog for a minute? They might say no, or they might say yes. If they say no, then the guilt monster is going to grab my ankles again and like start squeezing my brain again and just pull me down that rabbit hole, and I won't be able to concentrate on anything for a while. And if they say yes, then I'll just be really awkward and won't be as fluent and nice and happy or whatever the fuck people see in these videos, because somehow I've gained like 4 subscribers and lost 2. But that's irrelevant. But then there's YouTube people, and obviously I'd asked them because I've learned that lesson from this week with the guilt monster trying to destroy my soul and everything. But most of my friends who are YouTubers have way more subscribers than I do, like in the tens of thousands. And if I started to vlog in front of them, even after asking them, I would feel bad about doing that, because I feel like they might think I'm just vlogging in front of them to get their subscribers, and that isn't what I would be doing at all. It's just, this is an interesting part of my day. I'm hanging out with a friend and I can actually film in front of them because they're a YouTuber person, but I can't film in front of them because the guilt of possibly accidentally using them as for subscribers, and that wouldn't be what I was doing, but yeah, it's the fact that somebody could construe it as that, and I don't want them to accidentally construe it as that, because that isn't what I'd be doing at all. I'd just be documenting my life, and that they're just part of it. But yeah, I don't know. It's just a really complicated issue. And so yeah, the thing is, the reason I've got this big worry is A, the guilt monster pulling me down into that rabbit hole for 6 hours. Like, that was a really horrific day. Sunday hasn't been a great day, because I've just been down that rabbit hole for most of it and been stuck. But then there's also the fact that next week I'm starting uni again, and I'm going to be at uni every single day for like 2 weeks, and then I'm going to go home to Telford, where my parents are and all that stuff. So I'm not going to be able to film much there because I can't film around my parents and my sisters, and I can't film at uni because there's people there. And so it's sort of almost like the more stuff I do, the less footage I will get. And then maybe, I don't know, filming around people is weird. I don't know what to do about it. Comment down below if you have any solutions, but if I'm honest, this is the end of the week, the end of the rabbit hole. And the reason, if you haven't figured out why I've called these rabbit holes, is because I do these little rambly bits, which is what my mind does when it drags me down a fucking rabbit hole. Or at least that's what I call it. I mean, obviously thought spirals are the technical term, or what most people call it, but I like to sort of name a rabbit hole because my name's Alice, and I named myself after that book, so yeah. So thank you for watching. If you really did enjoy this, then please like, comment, and subscribe. And like, when I say comment, I mean give me some advice or like some feedback on this ramble, because I really would like that. And also, if we could get to like 130 subscribers before the end of this year, that would be really cool, but I doubt we can get 10 in a month, so let's see what we can do. Thanks for watching, and bye.